Xbox apparently. Xbox head chief Phil Spencer uh, recently in the news has stated that. I'll quote him here. He goes, "When you look at the console space, I believe we will see more hardware innovation in the console space than we've ever seen. You'll actually see us come out with new hardware capability during a generation, allowing the same games to run backward and forward compatible because we have a universal Windows application running on top of the universal Windows platform that allows us to focus more and more on hardware innovation without invalidating the games that run on the platform." Essentially, what he's saying is that the Xbox One could possibly be getting hardware upgrades in the future. Now, before I throw this out there for you guys to chew on, I don't think it's going to be, because a lot of people think it's coming up soon. You're going to have a USB, GPU that you can hook in that's going to greatly improve performance on the Xbox One. I don't think that's going to happen. What I really think is going to happen, we're going to get to about 2019, 2020. The next Xbox is going to be coming out, and for people who own the Xbox One, and maybe they'll come out with a slim model, they're maybe come out with a little add-on attachment that will uh, improve your console hardware and bring you up to par with the next generation. And that way you don't have to go out and buy a whole new box. You can just add a new hardware to it. And the same with the next Xbox. I think the next Xbox is probably going to be able to. This is just me talking out of my ass here, but I do think that maybe they'll have it to where exchangeable hardware parts. I take this old GPU out and put a new one, and I think they might streamline it. So it's very interesting. It looks like what was his name? Adam Koralik. I hope I pronounced your last name right, man. He was saying this in a video about a year ago that PlayStation is going streaming, and then it looked like Xbox was turning more towards PC and doing like a Steam machine. I was gonna say it looks like Xbox is doing this with their console, and I'll throw it out to you guys to see what you think about it.
Well, it seems to me like, okay, if if the Xbox One is going to be towards the end of its lifespan, be geared towards more, say the Xbox Two comes out, and you could just upgrade the Xbox One to be just as powerful, and it can run all those games. Well, it kind of seems like they're just saying screw the whole console concept and just turning them into actual computers. Because with a PC, you can just upgrade it throughout its lifetime as you need to, and kind of seems they're
Yeah,
doing the same thing with the Xbox now. It's like, why release a whole new console when people can just upgrade to keep up?
yeah.
I don't think
And
that's necessarily a bad thing.
yeah, and the only thing I see with the next Xbox or Xbox Two, God, please don't name it that. But the only thing I see with that is people who don't own one, or people who are wanting a more uh, what's the word I'm looking for? The word escapes me right now, but a more
Robust.
aesthetic. I was gonna say, yeah, a more aesthetically pleasing, instead of having like some freaking tumor attached to your Xbox One. You could buy the new model, which comes with all the new hardware updates, and it's more sleek. Or you could just buy the add-on to bring your Xbox One up. So it looks like you
Yeah.
just buy a box, and if you want to upgrade to the next generation, um, you you can go out and just buy the accessory that up beefs it up, the a new GPU or whatnot. So it looks like at least it's going to be. I kind of like the idea. So instead of buying a whole new box, I'll just buy a new GPU. So it greatly increases my
Yeah.
graphical power for
Yeah,
my.
Well,
maybe.
uh,
Go ahead, Zach.
okay, I was going to say that if you think about it from a business perspective, on Microsoft point, it's actually a really good idea because they're spending less money on developing new consoles and taking that money instead and putting it towards improving it. Well, it would take a lot less money to just improve the Xbox One than it would to be to
Yeah,
develop an entirely new console. So, with things like that, not only are they going to be saving money in that respect, but it's also easier for them to pass Sony that way. They can release, you know, an upgrade or something like that much quicker than they can release an entirely new console, and they can actively compete with them as opposed to having to wait till the next console generation to try and surpass them. So that could actually give them a huge lead over Sony if that's what they're doing.
yeah, and I will also say add this in. AMD, which their graphics card, the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One both use this pretty much the same GPU from AMD. I think the PlayStation 4's is a little bit beefier than the Xbox One's, but it's essentially the same damn GPU. And AMD has gone down as stating one of their goals is to decrease the cost of their graphics cards so everyone can afford to make high-end gaming, high-performance, high-graphical gaming affordable to everyone, to make it affordable. So the industry is moving this way too, and so if you're making these graphics cards cheaper and cheaper, I'm pretty sure Microsoft is looking at that and going, why release one static box, that's going to be that's going to essentially be obsolete pretty soon, and since all these graphic cards are getting cheaper, it's going to be even more cheap to get a PC. And let's not mention all the crazy deals Steam is always running, so you can get games for like $5. We're sitting over here on consoles paying $60 for a new game every time.
So basically, what we're talking about is some type of fuck.
Some type of something that does some things with other things.
Amazing.
We're talking about some. Yeah, I know, it's a very salient point. Some type of gaming platform that you can upgrade the hardware in with almost near universal plug and play components. I wonder if something like that exists. Oh yeah, it's a fucking PC.
I will say this: they could go that route, or they could go with
some means.
Or they could go with the Steam Machine route, which the Steam Machine route was different models. So you got Xbox A, which is going to be like the economic one with just the base hardware, and then you got Xbox B, which is like the middle one, and then Xbox C, which is like the high end one. And as the years go on, they rotate them out. Say 5 years down the road,
it's not going to be that simple.
Yeah. Yeah, it probably isn't.
The way they name shit, it's going to be like Xbox-7B and Xbox Saturn Jupiter Ascending and Xbox Mega Titanfall Edition.
No, I hope they don't do that. I was like, if they just make it simple, it's not going to be Xbox A, B, and C, but like, you could just do it. There's just the baseline will just be Xbox, whatever the new name is, and then you have your elite version, and then you have knowing Xbox your legendary version.
You can buy the cheaper version, and then once you are able to, you can upgrade the GPU to the better one, or build it over time instead of having to pay $600-700 right out of your pocket for the console. So
but you guys are talking like gamers who aren't afraid to open their console.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying if Xbox, or I'm pretty sure if they do this, it's not going to be you opening it up. I'm pretty sure it's going to be something so easy as,
like you'll slide a card out of it and then replace it with and like all the components will be packaged in a user-friendly way. But Phil Spencer said in a follow-up interview that it's not like they're going to start shipping screwdrivers with Xboxes in the future.
Yeah,
that's not the plan.
That's why a lot of people think it's happening, like going to be happening right now. I was like, I don't see that happening until like towards the end of this generation and the beginning of the next generation. This isn't something that's going to happen anytime soon. I just don't see it. It'd be too confusing for the market.
This is all heading towards the singularity of consoles, where we're all playing any game we could possibly want to on super console.
Microsoft might be trying to achieve that dream, like you said, of a super console where we can get all the games on one console. Achieve that dream. That was it. The 3DO that tried to do that. The Panasonic 3DO, which is just you have one universal piece of hardware out there, and everyone just makes a game for that. But there was one problem. Two companies didn't want to cooperate, and that was Sega and Nintendo. Of course, Sega would cooperate gladly now, but Nintendo, I still don't see. I still see them doing their Nintendo thing.
Well, you don't want a monopoly. You want competition. You want people to have. I mean, if you have one console and every game was made for that console, then what's the motivation to make a good game?
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you really enjoyed this video, please hit that thumbs up button. And if you want to keep up with everything we're doing, hit the subscription button on the video. And if you want to see more 2-Bit podcast videos, hit the video on the right. Or if you want to see some 2-Bit reviews, hit that video on the left. Anyway guys, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.